I have a dream. One day, I will have my own designer brand. I prepared my life for this. It is my time to show the world what I'm capable of. However, there's only one thing left standing in my way. Why is it so hard to get money? Hello guys.
Come.
Okay.
Let's have a seat.
Have a seat.
Long time no see, eh?
Yeah, I think it's been a year.
Yes.
It's been a long while since we graduated, Dede. So, how are things going? How's your business? How's your dream?
To be honest with you, I prepared everything, starting from the business plan and then the design, whatsoever. But I encountered one major problem here.
What's the problem, Dede?
I don't have money.
Have you tried using your own personal savings? You know, using your own money gives you full control of your money and also your business.
But I will lose all of my savings if it fails.
Yeah, I see. That's also a major concern.
Besides that, I don't think I've gathered enough savings for that. So the answer is no.
Why don't you borrow from your family or friends? You can even borrow from us. It's not complicated.
The thing is, I think it is best to separate between business and personal relationships. You know, I don't want to ruin our friendship and the relationship with my family members just because of money.
See, have you considered about bank loans? It's easy to get loans nowadays.
But I don't think I can repay them on time along with the interest. Besides that, I don't have any valuable assets to be used as collaterals.
Have you considered venture capitalists before?
I've heard about them, but I haven't done any research. Can you tell me about it?
Well, there are investors who are willing to put their money into your business in exchange for some of equity. The thing is, they can give you access to their network, they can also provide you mentorship, and also give you money with less interest or even no interest. But the hard thing is that you have to pitch to them because they also handle other people's money.
I see. Sounds very tempting, but very challenging indeed. Any more option?
We still have angel investors.
What's that?
It's similar with venture capitalists. The difference is that they are using their own money. Another issue is that they are very rare.
I see. Well, if I'm lucky, then I'll get one. But the thing is, let's be more realistic here, okay?
Let's see. Any other solutions, Ian?
Actually, there's another solution. Have you heard of crowdfunding before?
No.
It seems really popular these days. Right?
About that, I also heard about crowdfundings. However, I'm still not familiar with it.
Actually, I think I knew someone who can help you with crowdfunding.
Oh, really? Can I get a contact?
Sure.
Okay.
The next day, Owen sends me a video that explains about crowdfunding and its history. The video is explained by Mr. Dante.
Hello everyone, today I'm going to explain about crowdfunding and its history. First of all, let's talk about the definition of crowdfunding. So, what is crowdfunding? According to Investopedia, crowdfunding is the use of small amount of capital from a large number of individuals to finance a new business. In simple terms, crowdfunding is gathering money from people to fund something. Usually, crowdfunding campaigns will give a return to the donors in the form of product, services, sometimes shares or equity. The origins of crowdfunding goes back way to 1700s. Crowdfunding first appeared in the 1700s. One notable example would be the first English translation of Homer's Iliad by Alexander Pope in 1713. Pope had translated the book, but he had no resource to publish it. He then used a method known as the subscription method, where people could pay a certain amount of money to help him publish the book and receive a copy of the book once it's ready. The foundation of modern crowdfunding was set up by a British rock band named Marillion in 1996. The band was about to cancel their tour to the US due to the lack of funds. However, their fans came together and contributed $60,000, via the internet to make the tour possible. This success inspired by the emergence of the first crowdfunding website named Artishares in 2003. Artishare focuses on gathering funds for the artists to publish their works. The Great Recession forced people to look at the alternative source of funding. Indiegogo first emerged in 2008, initially aimed for creative and artistic projects. They later expand to help entrepreneurs and startups receive funding through the pre-sales. Following the success of Indiegogo, crowdfunding sites began to emerge, such as Kickstarter. Crowdfunding became a popular option for entrepreneurs to gain exposure, validate idea, and gaining funding. In 2009 alone, crowdfunding generated $530 million in revenue. Another milestone in crowdfunding would be 2012 when Jumpstart Our Businesses Startup or Jobs Act was signed by Barack Obama. The act lessened the regulation burdens and legalized equity crowdfunding. When it's the same year, there were over 450 crowdfunding platforms that had raised more than $2.7 billion worldwide. So, that's all for the origins of crowdfunding. Nowadays, technology has made crowdfunding easier than ever. I encourage you to try one yourself. Good luck and enjoy the process.
The video was informational, however, I don't think it's enough. I need to know more about the real practice, not just theories. I think it's time to call Mr. Subandi via online conference app.
Hello there, Mr. Subandi. It's nice to see you.
Hi Dede, Ian has told me about you. I am glad I could be of help.
For that, thank you for sparing your time. It's an honor for me to learn from you.
Sure, no problem. So, what would you like to know?
Well, what made you choose crowdfunding back then?
I was in a position just like you. I had nothing but my ideas, and I jumped right into crowdfunding. It was very challenging back then, so let me give you some tips before you try it yourself. First of all, I want to talk about the situation of crowdfunding today. In 2018, the market of crowdfunding was $84 billion and is expected to raise about $114 billion by 2021. On average, successful campaigns raise about $33,430.
Wow, that number seems fantastic. I can start my business with that amount of money.
Precisely, there are great platforms that you can support you. Kickstarter has funded more than 185,400 projects, while GoFundMe has raised more than $9 billion worldwide. However, the success rate of this crowdfunding is about 22.9%.
That number is so low, I can't believe it.
That's true, it's low because of the mistake they make in general. So, I'll talk about that later. For now, I want to talk about the pros and cons of crowdfunding so far. What do you have in mind?
From my current understanding, crowdfunding will not cost me anything, and it gives me better access to funding. It's less costly and problematic.
Not bad. You got the important parts already. However, there are more. Crowdfunding also reduces the risk of losses. If a project doesn't appeal to the people, your project wouldn't be funded. That's also why most crowdfunding attempts fail.
I see. I assume the most important part in crowdfunding will be the preparation.
You are right. Crowdfunding is also the training ground. In order for your campaign to succeed, there are two important things: internet marketing and transparency. You have to explain what is your product about and show your potential investors the update to your campaign. And when your business is funded, there are two things you will benefit for your business: attracting customers and investors alike. Think about them as preparation.
I'll remember that.
That's not all, Dede. The greatest benefit you can have from crowdfunding would be your customer base. Crowdfunding helps you to create your own customer base. And these people can help you develop your business through valuable inputs in every development process.
Wow, that's very great. I wonder how they will think of my business.
Believe me, you'll be surprised.
Speaking of which, I was just wondering if you can give me an example of a successful crowdfunding company?
Well, you're seeing one.
Oh, of course.
For real though, have you ever heard of Oculus before?
Is that the virtual reality thing?
Yep, Oculus VR is an American company specializing in virtual reality hardware and software. The founder, Palmer Luckey, started a Kickstarter campaign to fund this business. The campaign gathered $2.4 million, 10 times his initial goal was only $250,000.
10 times? Wow, the enthusiasm must be really wild.
But that's not the end of the story. In 2014, Facebook bought the company $2.3 billion in cash and stock.
$2.3 billion now? That's just insane.
If you can pay attention closely, you can see that crowdfunding can also benefit big companies like Facebook just now.
What do you mean?
Successful crowdfunded startups show the potential of the product and services it offers. By acquiring this startup, the big companies can expand their businesses and make more profit.
I see. It benefits both the startup and big company. Crowdfunding sure is amazing.
I know, right? That's why I encourage you to try crowdfunding. Here's let me help you get started.
With the help and guidance of Mr. Subandi, I finally decided to fund my business with crowdfunding. Thanks to in-depth preparation from the business model until the use of crowdfunding, my business becomes successful. To do that, I'm invited in an interview to share about crowdfunding.
Hello everyone, welcome back to this special interview. Today we have special guest here, Mr. Dede Setyawan, an owner of El Grand Design.
Thank you. Such an honor to be here.
So, a brief information about Mr. Dede. Mr. Dede is an owner of El Grand Design, a newly established design firm. Started from Kickstarter, and his design take over the world by storm. So, can you share us a little bit about your journey?
Sure. Let's do a flashback then.
Okay, sure thing. Wow, what a very interesting journey. I believe that young entrepreneurs out there want to be like you. Is there any other tips that you can give to them?
Well, where should I start? Let's talk about the common mistakes startups make. In short, there are 5 common mistakes. First one is the campaign is poorly prepared. Startups may have rushed to get immediate funds without preparation. This could mean missing out on important factors of crowdfunding like promotional video, consistent content, and a proper target market. Second one, the campaign does not appeal, isn't emotional or not worth it. This is where the content plays a big deal. People may not be interested in your campaign because it's not emotional. They don't feel compelled to help. Maybe it's not worth it. They feel they paid more for something less in value. Third, the campaign is not popular, have bad timing. Another common mistake is the lack of marketing. Crowdfunding requires constant promotion to reach more and more people, attracting them to fund your business. If your campaign doesn't attract anyone, it may be the end for you. Lastly, inexperienced or unrealistic. Sometimes crowdfunding could also fail due to lack of credibility. Potential customers may not invest into your campaign because they feel like you lack the qualifications or maybe experience. Perhaps what you offer seems too good to be true.
I see. That was a common mistakes. Then, is there any other tips on how do we counter with those mistakes or what should we avoid?
Well, there are at least 4 solutions I can offer to the viewers. First one is planning. Planning plays a big role in crowdfunding campaigns. There are several factors to consider like credibility, marketing, and appeal. To ensure these factors hit the mark, planning is very crucial. You have to plan ahead in order to make quality content. That's the first one. The second one is great story and communication. First of all, you need to have a great story. You must be able to tell your audience about your campaign and what it means for them. Try to make it emotional, make it relatable for them. Using pictures and videos helps you to tell a better story. Also communicate with them, ask for their participation in the development process. Okay, so the third solution is provide value. Next, you have to make sure your investors feel it's worth it. You can do this by making your products more personalized and unique. Some campaigns even made first release limited editions that could be sold at a higher price in the future. And for the last is credibility and social proof. Finally, you have to tell your audience that you have all the capability to do what you are campaigning for, ensuring them that the project will be successful. You can also post proof that your campaign really benefits the people. This can be done through testimonials, reviews, and so on. That's all.
Well explained, Mr. Dede. Thank you for coming today. Unfortunately, this is the end of our short interview. I hope what we have discussed today will be beneficial for you, our audience, or even firms who want to use crowdfunding. At last, stay safe and see you next time.